Hey guys, what's up? This is Rob from the Hot and Heavy Show, and I'm joined by CJ Pierce from Drowning Pool ahead of the 25th anniversary of Sinners. So, first off, congratulations. How does it feel?
Dude, it feels great, man. It's wild to me that it's been 25 years. I mean, it's been such a a lifetime of so many things that happen, roller coaster ride of life, and you just go with life and you roll with the punches, and then next thing you know, it's like it's been 25 years since Bodies. It still seems like new to me, and like the song gets used every year for something like a movie or a soundtrack or MMA or some other WWE. It's wild how it kind of has a life of its own now, and just I love playing it every night. We love playing the song and just seeing the crowd reaction, and it's just I can't believe 25 years. Like I don't know where that time went.
That's crazy. So, is there a song on Sinner that you think aged better than you ever expected?
All of them are just, I mean, it's just, we play what we feel, we write what we feel. We've always been that kind of band. Mike Luce, Stevie Bent, and myself, we started together as Drowning Pool. And it was when Dave came into the picture that we really started taking off and just put the icing on the cake from what we had started. So, it's like, we just had that vibe and that sound at the time. And it stands true, man. I'm just, with each song, it's just, every time I play it, it reminds me of the time when we wrote it. It brings back great memories. And it's also to share and make these new memories with new fans out there. It's I have a great time at that show. I'm glad everybody else does as well, man.
Yeah, wow. So you've played these songs for 25 years. Has there been a moment where you've discovered something new about one of your own riffs that you've somehow never noticed before?
Yeah, there's been, I mean, we keep center and bodies and fairway within the set list, of course. And then throughout the years, there's been a few other songs that pop in every now and then. We'll play Reminded. We had Butte in the set list off and on. It's never been the entire record as much. It's just been a few songs in and out. But the songs like Follow or I Am, we haven't played in forever, or All Over Me, like we haven't played those. So it's that's pretty wild too. But I think the only time I'm like that, because I'll go through these like, you know, it's 25 years later. I'm older. It was a party forever. A lot of drinking. It just like you just build up a tolerance. So I was just here all the time. I was functioning great. So getting older, trying to be a little bit healthier and weaning off alcohol. Is having sober parts of your life. Playing the set when you wrote the songs drunk or just buzzed. And playing it sober. You're like, is that what I really did right there? There's been moments like that. That's funny. Or like, oh man, that was cool. I forgot I did that. Funny moments like that, of course.
Yeah, okay. So Australia's produced some awesome heavy bands over the years as well. And we're now seeing a new generation embracing new metal, which is sick. Are there any Australian bands you've come across recently that you think are carrying the torch at all?
Yeah, and Torch, we've there's several bands that we played with. We were there, I think, in 2012, 2013, and there was a few bands that were on the tour with us at that time. I mean, dude, Prodigy. I mean, I love those. You know, I'm not sure if all of them or some of them were from Australia. I can't do the math on that right now. Um, but dude, it's just wild just seeing it as a whole. All the new metal influence coming back around on new bands, which I love. And there's a lot of great stuff going on. There's a lot of the more programming stuff in the background as well, in addition to which I really love the evolution of that. So it's been inspirational to me as well as us just playing what we play, man. So what are some of the favorites you have there that are coming out? And I'll show you.
Oh, don't do that to me. Um,
Yeah. So
I think,
we're Breach of Silence was with us a while ago, and Breach of Silence is awesome. Like a Storms. I mean, that's New Zealand Australia connection right there. Those dudes are always been great.
I was just going to say my favorite Aussie new metal band's probably Ocean Grove.
Ocean Grove. All right.
They're going really well. They're so sick.
I'm gonna get on it. I'm gonna listen to that right when I get off the phone.
Oh, hell yeah, yeah. They're sick. They're
Yeah.
really cool. So when you're writing music now, are there any lessons from the Sinner era that you still consciously carry with you?
When I write, I just write what I feel at the moment. It's sometimes it comes through the guitar, I'm a guitar player, but sometimes it's like a bass riff idea. Sometimes it's a melody or a lyric. Sometimes it's a drum beat. So, at this point, 25 years later, I write on a lot of different aspects that can like incite, the inspiration of a song. The wild thing that's just happened recently is, we've been, you know, listening to the Center record again, and with Mike, Steve, myself, all the stories back then, and just the mindset and the vibe that we had. We've been trying to get in and finish a new record. With Ryan McCombs, we've been doing a lot of touring, so we've had time to do a couple tracks with him. So, just recently we had a little time off. Ryan touring with Stoller, where it's just Mike, Steve, myself back in the room. Um, re-influenced by that era, by that time, like playing these songs again, and all of a sudden, having all these ideas that we were planning on recording. We just, like, in the last few days, just wrote a whole bunch of new stuff, just inspired by it, just on fire about going out on tour, playing the record in entirety. So we just got in there, just it was just the magic was flying, man. It's wild to me. Like, we just totally reconnected in so many ways, and I can't wait to get some new music out to everyone.
Hell yeah. Do you think like you'd ever go back to like whether it be a song or two on a new album, like going back to that just instrumental sort of music that you did before you did Drowning Pool sort of thing?
Instrumental. Well, we, again, you know, Mike and Steve and myself, we, like, get the meat and potatoes, the foundation of what we do. And again, we brought David, and it was like the icing on the cake that, brought everything alive. I don't, we never really have anything instrumental, if you will, but,
Hmm.
you know, I'm all about that kind of stuff.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, nice. So the genre has seen a huge resurgence in recent years as well. With younger fans discovering bands from the late 90s, early 2000s, why do you think nu metal is connecting with people again in such a huge way as it is?
It was I mean, I grew up in New Orleans. I was inspired by jazz, blues, funk music. The '80s. There's a lot of metal bands. Testament, Metallica, always reference them. A lot of great music, early '90s. And then, late '90s and early 2000s. That was Korn, the Biscuit, just to name a few. There was just this vibe, this sense of, just camaraderie too, man. All the bands on 2001, House 2002, like, everybody was friends with everybody, and we're all having a great time. Like, it was the best time in my life. It was the best time in their life, and it's just this just whole connection and community that we had, and to see that and have that again 25 years later is awesome. I mean, there's been a lot of different styles of music come in. It was just that music was kind of in the forefront. It's never really gone away as much as there's a lot of more pop stuff that's pushed out to the front, which is fine. That's great music as well. Just everybody's art in their music. But the parents having, their kids are like in their 20s now, where our age group's probably a little bit older because it's 25 years later, right? To see that crowd come out and experience it for themselves. I'm sure they heard some stories from their parents about a show, whatever band it might have been, us or someone else, that was just awesome, like, energy that we have. So it's great to experience that, perform for new fans, a new fan base on top of, you know, a solid core base that's been with us since day one.
Yeah, okay. No, that's awesome. So when fans celebrate Sinner, what aspect of the album do you think deserves more recognition than it usually gets?
What aspect of it that gets more recognition? Dude, all the songs are great to me. I know, again, Bodies is the most well-known popular one. Like, it's always wild to me to hear, because again, just recently, just, because we're coming up on anniversary, talking about the songs, and close personal friends, family, about that. Mute comes up a lot. Everybody likes the song
Hmm.
Mute. That was also a fun one we did. With Dave back in the day, had the shovel and we beat it on the stage to the beat of the song. It's got this groove to it. Follow comes up a lot as well, which we haven't played. It's one of my favorites because it has that drop in it, that low drop. It's one of my favorite solos on the record to play as well. Of course, Tearaway's one of my favorite solos ever to play. So, dude, it's all just gonna be great, man. We're gonna play it all for you.
Hell yeah. I was just about to say, yeah, Tearaway is probably my favorite as well. That's a sick song. So you've toured with so many bands throughout your career. If you could revisit one tour from the past and do it all over again, what band would you most want to tour with again?
Man, that's a tough one, dude, because I like so many. That's really, really hard one. Korn has definitely been one of my favorites. Rob Zombie's been one of my favorites. He's, like, hands down. I love his show. Such an amazing person. But those two are like my top runners. If it was like Korn and Rob Zombie and we got to play with them, I would just be like, ah, you just see it on my face, like, I can't believe I'm at this show right now playing. Ah.
That's so cool. Um, So when was that Corn tour actually?
We did a Texas run with them a long time ago.
Yeah,
It's
okay.
been like festivals off and on, but there was one time they came through. We did like 5 shows together. And again, one of my favorite bands, and we know each other lightly, but they're just, dude, I just love their style, man. It's just been one of my favorites, dude, forever. And again, we see them off and on. It's what I love festivals because it's a mix of bands that you've toured with, and you get to connect and reconnect at those places. But yeah, dude, same with the Rob Zombie. It's kind of been off and on throughout the years. It'll be like one cool festival where we're on together and we get to catch up.
Yeah, okay. That's so cool. So the last time Drowning Pool was in Australia was what, last year, January, alongside Alien Ant Farm. Looking back on that run, what stands out most from those shows, and can Australian fans expect to see you back here again in the near future?
Yeah, we're working on that right now. We're hoping to get back in 2027. Dude, everything stands out. I had my wife with me on that one, which is awesome. And the Barramundi fish was the first one that got me going. The first day, that's the first thing I had, and now I have those. I can't get away from it. I love those. We walked around Brisbane was the one day off. We one of the only days off, and just an amazing town. Everybody's just so nice. All the shows were awesome. They just got progressively more intense. Perth, man, they were wild out there. Um, Sydney was just such a huge city. It's just so busy, man. I didn't realize there was so many people there, but that dude, every show is memorable, man. It's every night was special.
Yeah, okay. That's so cool. So if you could erase bodies from history for one day and force every Drowning Pool fan to listen to just one other song from Sinner, which song would you choose to represent the album's legacy?
That's a tough one, man. I mean, Tearaway is definitely a staple. And there was something about you. And again, I'm just, I guess because I'm excited because I follow that album. And I am's kind of one of the first ones, like and Stevie and stuff, where we had that for a minute before Dave even came in. So I think it's going to touch me, like, and Told You So, because that's kind of our earlier day, like, when we kind of the first ones we got put together. Um, I am for sure, maybe.
Yeah, okay. Well, that is actually all my questions. So, yeah, that pretty much sums up the interview. So, yeah, thank you so
Awesome,
much,
man.
CJ Pierce, for joining me today. 25th anniversary of Sinners. Make sure you guys stream the
It's
hell out
out.
of it. It is one cracker of an album.
Ooh, and I got the purple
Oh,
bird. I just got it in. I
sneak peek.
just got it.
That's
Yeah,
so cool.
yeah, dude. It's just an amazing time, man. Well, thanks for your time, and come out to the show. We'll hook it up, man. I'll sneak you in the back. Don't worry about it.
I'll definitely be there.